What is up, everybody? I am Luke from the Master Sword Valley, and welcome to my Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country Returns. The return to form of the Donkey Kong Country series after being dormant for nearly 14 years since Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Super Nintendo in '96. I guess if you're technically talking Donkey Kong 64 came out before that technically, but in Returns of Donkey Kong Country, that was the last one. And if you're talking re-releases, the GBA port in 2004. Unlike those time spans, this game's time span has reached its 15-year anniversary here. And I'm a big fan of this one right here. Someone growing up with Mario platforms for the longest time and seeing this here, a Donkey Kong one, it feels like a breath of fresh air like when I first popped this in here. And with that out of the way, let's get this wacky adventure started. As much as I wish I could just listen to the song all day on this title screen here, but we gotta get the show on the road here. Donkey Kong Country Returns is a go. This time, before we get into this here, I do want to say that this game comes to us from Retro Studios. As much as I thought this came from Rare, unfortunately not. Rare is now devolved into Microsoft, and now Retro Studios has brought us this. Oh, sorry, pal. This isn't a housewarming party. It's a house crashing party, and you're the guest of honor. Thanks for coming. Now get out of here. So we begin this wide, wacky adventure going after what's known as the Tiki Tack Gang. But before we chase after them, we're going back in to admire that all our bananas are gone. It's just like Donkey Kong Country again. I don't know what it is about them always wanting Donkey Kong's bananas taking them. I mean, I kind of get why. They kind of like infuse the various world bosses and such. But right here, the only thing they didn't leave behind was this, a kind of staple of the Donkey Kong Country series, collectibles. This time we have puzzle pieces here. There are a set number of them in every stage. It varies depending on stage from stage. There can be, in this stage, we have 9 that we have to collect here, and there can be as little as 5 and as many as 9, and of course some stages with 7. But as we can see, we're going back in our house here, and as you can see, we have a sweet crib here, and here we have a balloon. These balloons are essentially our lives in this game. But there's another secret right here. If we shake the Wiimote nunchuck, we turn on the TV and we can hear this awesome tune again. And then Donkey Kong dance along with it. But we got to get going right here. So going over the fundamental controls right here. Obviously we have a jump. In the Donkey Kong series, you have a ground pound that you can consistently do. In this case, it's by shaking the Wii Remote nunchuck. In this game, we have a blow here. Right here, we picked up what's called a banana coin. This is going to be important for a little bit later. And right there, that was their first introduction of the enemy. That was an Auk there. I guess now that since the Tikis have control over pretty much every creature besides us here, these Auks here are going to hurt us. And as you can see, I just bounced off 3 of them in concession and got a coin for that. It's like a staple of, I'm gonna compare this a lot to Mario. Bouncing off any succession, you can get rewards for doing so. Anyway, right up here on top of this tree, I picked up a letter. As you can see, we have bananas, which are like our coins. We have balloons, our lives. The banana coins, which function as a currency, basically. Just spoiled it. We have puzzle pieces, and then we have the Kong letters. These Kong letters are actually required in order to be able to get all 100% purposes in this game. So I, of course, will be going for all of them here. And right here, we have our first Tiki enemy. This is known as a Tiki Goon here. They're pretty self-explanatory. They just walk back and forth. It only takes 1 jump on them. And right here, we have Screaming Pillars. It's literally their official name right here. I know. I gotta wonder if the people around Luigi's Mansion took inspiration from this game for uncreative enemy names. I wouldn't be surprised. But there we got ourselves another puzzle piece. I am going to be going for every single puzzle piece in the game here. I don't see a lot of people doing that because, okay, I'll just go and explain what it does right now. It unlocks concept art back on the main menu here. And I personally want to go for all of it. I only got so far in this game collecting the puzzle pieces and unlocking the art, so it'll be pretty curious to see what we unlock for that. Anyways, we have more new enemies right here. These are frog goons here. Basically, they jump up and they can like float in the air. They're kind of like Wollywogs in the Pikmin series. Hey, another Nintendo reference there. Anyways, right here we have these ancient statues that are powered by the bananas. So we steal their banana fuel. At least I think they're powered by bananas here. Get all our bananas. Rip the butterflies, power them down, and from the heavens above, we get ourselves another puzzle piece there. Keep going along right here. We got ourselves in the balloon. Already up to 6 lives here. Right here, we're gonna introduce a bit of a mechanic that I've only ever seen in this game right here. Right there was a rolling jump. Basically, to roll in this game, you move and then you do the ground pound action to roll essentially. And yes, as you picked up and as you've seen, I am playing with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck control scheme right here. There are several control schemes in this game here. You can use the classic controller, I believe. You can just have the Wii Remote on its side, depending on how it is that you want to play. The game. It is totally up to you. I like it when games do that here. Anyways, Diddy Kong, you are free, my good buddy, and now you're with us. With Diddy Kong by our side, we have a hover. This is where I want to get into the 2-player aspect of Donkey Kong Country Returns here. Yes, you can play this game with 2 people, and the person taking control of Diddy Kong can basically control him by his own. He can hover on their own, but he also has peanuts he can shoot out of his peanut gun. I would say it comes straight from Super Smash Brothers, but no, it really does not. Anyway, the ancient ruins have risen up from us pounding in our own Donkey Kong platform here. So let's blast. Boom. We're so mighty that we lowered an entire set of ruins here. Awesome. And we got ourselves another puzzle piece. Got 6 out of 9. Already making good progress right here. Get this here. Got another coin. You're gonna want to be sure to collect as many coins as you can here. Wait, hang on a second. Sorry about that. Just wanted to check on something that I saw. Anyway, moving on right here. It's like I kind of needed I wanted something to do today to utilize my time because I pretty much have the whole house to myself here. One of the very few times that I actually do. Anyway, we have regular barrels right here. Here I should note that those kinds of barrels, they will keep rolling until they hit something, whereas the Diddy Kong barrels can be used against your enemies and in certain puzzles later, but they only just explode on impact to get you Diddy Kong. Anyway, right here, it's a bonus area. we are going to be going for all of one of these because they contain a special prize, as you probably could guess by that, by the fact that, you know, I'm making such a big deal out of this here. There's several different bonus areas, and we're going to cover them all, of course. This one right there is just, it's basically playing a game of Space Invaders, except you're the bullet here. Anyways, bonus areas always reward you with a puzzle piece if you can complete them. You only get one shot at them here. If I go back and try to enter it again, I just get blasted back up again. The only way to really get back in is to either beat the stage or quit out of the stage and get back up to there. So that's going to be fun because I unfortunately learned of it's kind of a staple in these games. Oh, more new ones right here. These right here are rocks. Yeah, I wonder if they're also hawks. Huh. Yeah, anyway. It's another staple of these games that I thought would have been present here, but it turns out it's not. Normally, right now we have 8 of 9 puzzle pieces right here, and we have all the Kong letters. We still have to beat the stage, but if I miss one, you think I could just go back into the stage, collect the missing collectible, and then get out of there immediately. But it turns out I can't. I have to beat the stage in order to be able to fully collect the collectibles. The good thing is, once you collect them once, you don't have to collect them again while you're in the stage. You just have to beat the stage with them. Anyway, that is all the puzzle pieces, all the Kong letters. We got 8 lives. So let's try and get ourselves the Donkey Kong. Ah, missed it. This exit barrel is basically a roulette. See if you get bananas, coins, 1-ups, or the DK one, which you can pound repeatedly up to 15 times and get a random reward of any one of the ones I just said. All right, level clear. Let's do it. We're going back to our home field advantage of the jungle. The jungle. Let's see, we have quite a bit of levels to go through here. Starting next up is 1-2, King of Cling. Now I know people are going to be rushing down in the comments to ask if I'm going to be going over the other versions of this game, because yes, there are 2 other versions of this game. Donkey Kong just answer me for me. No! I will not be covering them very much because I don't have them like most other games where I have only one version and not the other one, with some exceptions, of course. But as far as I hear, there's just not a lot different changed about them. Like, it's mostly just like graphical updates with them, and that's about it. If there's a significant gameplay change, then I'll make mention of it, but there's not really much. It's no wonder the fad for the Donkey Kong Country HD kind of died. Like, I just don't really see a lot of people talking about it, and now it's all about Donkey Kong Country Bonanza! Bike Bonanza! Anyways, right down there, that is simply known as a chomp. Yeah, that's literally all it is. Or sorry, a giant chomp, I should say. They are basically like piranha plants here. You can kill them off with some barrels, but other than that, not really much else works against them. Boink! I knew you were going to be down there. It's like I saw this game before. It's like I saw ahead of time. Up it up. Hiya! All right, get ourselves another puzzle piece here. We got 3 of 7. Works for me. So yeah, like I said, it's going to range from 5 to 7, so you can have an easy, medium, or hard time collecting them all. Although I definitely say a lot of them are hard since they really hide the puzzle pieces. Like, you really have to be methodical in your searches. I'd say the puzzles are on par with, like, say, Kirby or like Yoshi's Island or something. Like right there, I was almost expecting that to be a puzzle piece, but now it's just a lame old banana coin. Sure. Anyways, I've never pointed out these barrels right here. The symbol on these barrels will tell you about whether you get control of the barrel, it shoots automatically, if it breaks upon shooting, or if it breaks and automatically shoots. Those are all the blast barrels, as they're called, that there are in this game. So you really got to pay attention to those. Anyway, going up here, another death blast barrel, or death auto blast barrel, a dab. I'll call it that. So we have BB, we have AB for the automatic ones, we have DB for her blast barrel, and we have dab. I like it. I like it. That works. Cool. As you can see, when we have Diddy Kong on our side, we move a lot. We can move more consistently with that. If it was just Donkey Kong, he'd just do a brief roll and that's it. It can be good for getting distance and running into certain enemies that aren't spiked on the front, but yeah, it's much better if you have Diddy Kong. Oh boy! Yeah, and Mega Chomp there. Oh wait, I think these ones here are just called the Chomps, and the ones that I just passed is the Giant Chomp. That would make sense. Yeah, no, a bit of a story about this is that I pretty much wrote my notes for all of this, at least tried to write my notes on where these puzzle pieces are today while I was at work, because it was a slow day. It was a slow day at work. There wasn't like I had the time to do it. Whoop! If only I had a barrel to take you out, I would get my revenge on you, you stupid chomp. But yeah, so I was able to like type up my notes and everything on this, but up to about world, you know what? There's a certain point where, like I said, I'm pretty much blind to knowing like where these pieces are, and pretty much have to rely on my notes for these and not muscle memory. There is something in the game that we can use to help us find these puzzle pieces. And it's a feature that almost nearly nobody uses except for maybe me here. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, you gonna get me? You gonna get me? No, you're not. Haha! You can't figure out how to extend further because I know how to duck. It's not my ducking pose from Donkey Kong 64, but it's still a ducking pose nonetheless. You can't get me. You can't get me. Na 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 boo boo. But ooh. And then whatever this right here, this grass. I always thought these were vines that you were grabbing onto, since you know you're an ape, you're a monkey, you're the king of the jungle, so you would kind of want vines to swing on, but no, it's just a rendered grass texture here. It's not a whoa. Yeah, it's that. Anyway, hover over here, we get ourselves another coin. I believe we have everything. Oh, just missing the G. What's up, G? Hey, there's the G. And right here, we have even more new enemies. Although I wouldn't really call these enemies right here. These are known as Tiki Zings right here, and they are pretty much invincible here. Anyways, it's really a good idea. Like once you make contact with that barrel, just start doing the like ground pen animations. Like shake the Wiimote nunchuck, shake the Wiimote, whatever it is you're playing with, as soon as you hit it, in case you do end up getting it. And with that, we've completed 2 stages, but we've unlocked Cranky Kong's shop here. Yeah, he's in the game here. It's about time you visited your frail old grandpa. Give me some of those shiny banana coins, and you can pick through my old things. All right. We have 1 balloon for 3 coins we can have here. He's inflation much. Where does an ape get helium for all these balloons? I will never tell. You can buy 3 balloons for 7, so I guess you're getting a discount on them technically. You can buy 7 balloons for 15. You can buy banana juice, which makes you invincible for 10 hits. Heart boost, which gives you an extra heart. Because if you notice in the game, we only have 2 hearts for health. It's kind of one thing that kept me away from this game. It was just like kind of made me want to rage quit it, but I learned to appreciate it afterwards. And then we have Squawks here. He's probably what I'm going to be using the most to try and find the puzzle pieces if I just cannot find them based on my notes. But the big important thing is the map key. Map opens a locked path in this world. If you're going for 100%, you're going to need this map key right here. And with that, we're going to go and exit the shop here. Don't you just have a nice sunset? He's actually foreshadowing to something really cool. So that opens up a secret stage, but I think we're gonna go and call things right here. We've done 2 stages, we've done the intro, we've done with progress. Next time on Donkey Kong Country Returns, we're gonna keep going through the jungle here and go after that Tiki that tried to hypnotize us. See you guys then.